Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to what is a beautifully sunny afternoon here in Meadow Grove. I am Frank, your dairyman, and this is my diary. I hope you are doing fantastically well and keeping safe at this time, whatever you are getting up to, wherever you are in the world. We are in the 7710 cap, and we are just finishing off this last little bit of slurry that we're going to be doing for today and for this kind of block of days really. We've been putting a lot of slurry down. We're trying to get the lagoon emptied on the main farm there, but we're failing really, because I think this is load number 20 and we're maybe about a quarter of the way down, so there's a lot in there still, but we've covered everything that we can at the moment. This is the last of some stubble that was left set aside there. The weeds have already been controlled, as you can see they've all been sprayed off, and we're just going to spread some slurry on here, and then one of the jobs we're going to be doing today, I've got a lot to do today with you folks. One of the jobs is stick the plough onto here and then get started on this field, turn this over, because we're going to put maize back into here, so lots to do as far as that is concerned. However, not just finished there. We're going to take this Abbey back up to the yard where we're going to drop it off. There's a few different things we're going to do today, but first of all, we've got a fitter in at the moment who is actually upgrading some of our fleet, if you can believe. Oh, that was tight. He is installing GPS onto the 6820 and the 6630, which is great. We decided not to put it onto this tractor at the moment because this primarily just does ploughing and tanking. But we're putting it onto the other tractors, which are going to be doing the mowing, spraying and drilling. Spraying, spreading and drilling really. So yeah, we're stepping up. We are going for the Green Star GPS systems on both, which is going to be exciting to see. And it's just going to be a real nice upgrade really. It gives a little bit more efficiency. Some of the bits of equipment that we have already have that GPS integration installed or available. Some of the other bits, like we've got an old combination drill, that doesn't at the moment. But hey, at least we'll be able to get straight lines going for a starter. But yeah, so it's a big change up. So I've got the mechanic out from the local dealer now, who's actually just installing it into both vehicles. We are, like I say, we're going to take this up to the back anyway, and then what we're then going to do is we're going to go on a bit of a drive. There are a few things to go and look into. One being, there he is, he's in there somewhere fiddling on with those. One being that class rake is going. We have traded that in for a new one, a little bit smaller. But that is worn. We picked that up second hand and it is worn, and it's not doing a very good job right now. It has a few issues with the bearings on the rotors themselves, so I've just taken the decision to trade that one in. Got a good price for a new one, so we're going to hop onto that. There is, up here, we have a new slurry agitator, a new stirrer, which is in the shed there. And we're going to actually go and pick up something else new as well at some point. We might not get to that today. But yeah, that will be. I bought a second-hand muck spreader as well, because we got a lot of muck spread, which is only going to increase as well as our numbers of cattle increase. But I found one from a local business. They are part of the biogas in the area here, and they do a lot of local seed merchants, dealerships there, and part of the local seed and grain board. But they also hire out muck spreaders from time to time, or slurry spreaders. And this one they're actually selling just because they've upgraded. So it seemed like a nice idea for me to pick that one up. Wasn't too expensive, which is always the aim of the game. Now this really needs a clean, but we're going to leave that for a little while because other things to do today, frankly. Let's just go disconnect that. Wonderful stuff, and in we go again. Perfect, nice and quick and easy. So what we're going to do, we are going to head down and swap out the rake first, and then we'll come back out. We're going to stick the plough onto this guy, because we're going to eventually today get around it all. We're going to start ploughing that field we've just left as well. So there's lots to do, lots to think about there. And then hopefully once we get back, by any luck there, the fitter will have finished one of the tractors, and we can take one of those John Deeres to go and get the muck spreader as well. Just connect all that. It's been a good rake. I've owned that rake for a couple of years, and it was 4 or 5 years old when we got it there. Came from a contractor who put a lot of hours onto it, and it's just kind of in a position now where it's showing its age a little too much for my liking. and it's a little bit worn in places. We don't need one quite so big, particularly when we're just sticking it into bales. So this is, I believe this is about an 8 meter, the one we're going for is 7. So it's a little bit of a downgrade, but I think it'll work out for the best for us anyway. All we've got to do is make sure we get out here without racking it around the wall or anything. Wonderful. And off we go. Perfect stuff. So we've been busy. All the fields you can see around here have slurry on them. They've all had a good double coating really, just to really lather it on. We are all baled up right now, and we're pretty much close to being all carted in as well. There's a few more fields that we need to mow, but we're just waiting for the grass to dry out a little bit more, and then we'll get on to that one. And then yeah, spring crops are looking good though, can't complain there. They're growing along nicely. They're loving this weather at the moment. Nice and sunny and warm with a few intermittent showers, which is perfect for their growth, so I'm very happy there. But yeah, so far silage is coming along well. We've got a good amount of bales in both yards at the moment. And we'll just wait to see how and where it goes from there. Hopefully second cut will yield as highly as well, and then that'll keep us going really well for the future. All 200 cows are up here now. They're all looking good, which means that we've got 2 fields that we can kind of work on down at by the cattle yard, which all needs to be mowed sooner rather than later. Hopefully, we might look. The weather's looking good. We'll get that done tomorrow, all being well. But we'll have to watch the space. So yeah, really some good productive times at the moment. I really should have cleaned off all the slurry and the muck on the tractor before I came up here, but never mind. It is a working tractor after all. No, I hope you're doing very well. Whatever you're getting up to, do let us know down below what you're working on, what you're driving as well. There's a load of hay here. Look at that. That's a bit weird. I'm going to drop this rake off by here, I think. I know they have traded hay here before, but it seems like that's just been kind of abandoned now, really. Quite odd. Oh, we'll just drop that there. Perfect stuff. Alright, so I'm just going to make sure everything's all taken care of, and then we can get out of here with our new rig on. We'll have a little bit of a look at it as well. And we'll get everything signed and sealed. Okay, we're all good. Look at that new rig. This is a new Coverland, or a Tarp for many people. It is 7 meters wide. It's a beauty. It's brand spanking new there, so we've really upped it. I wanted to go with new because we're going to be doing a lot of grass in the future years, and I really wanted something that was going to see us through for this particular investment. So that's kind of why I made that decision there, and I think it should stand us in good stead. But yeah, we'll take this back. We're not going to get to use it for a few days yet, but it's good to have it anyway. And we'll see how we get on. I'm not sure which tractor it'll stay on. Probably the 6630, I'd imagine. But we'll watch the space really, see how we get on there. I quite fancy at some stage putting that 66 onto a plough to see how it handles the hills around here as well. Well, it's been worked on today for now at least, so we will see. But yeah, so we've got lots to get cracking with here. It's been very, very productive at the moment. I still don't have Terry. He is not available to come to work for us, so it is just myself, which does mean it's a little bit tricky to get everything done that I want to get done in a single day with milking as well, so we're limited to the number of hours. So we are kind of just doing our silage one field at a time right now, and it's slowing things down, but we're making the most of it. There are people worse off in the world, that is for sure, than me right now. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how these cereal crops are looking. They're coming along very well. Okay then, we are all disconnected there, looking good. Everything's coming along here. I think the 6820 is done. Everything's wired in there, displays on everything, just haven't fitted the dishes yet. So we're going to leave those to it. We'll go and pick up that spreader at another time. But what we're going to do now though is jump into the plough, go and put the plough on the tractor, sorry. Then that's all done. Now moving forward, if it's good weather today and tomorrow, which means that we can get mowing tomorrow, we're going to get out there, knock some grass down and get ready to bale it. If it's damp or it starts to rain again, I've got some muck shifting to do. So there's jobs for all weather events really, weather elements right now, so that's good news. Square up here a little bit more, but yeah, we're going to just get that field ploughed over because I wanted to get that slurry incorporated, but then also just leave it for a little bit to dry out underneath, because I imagine, like most fields around here, it's going to be pretty dry on the top, but pretty sticky underneath. We'll have to see. So, down to this long field here. We've still got a few fields that we had in winter stubble, really, which we do need to work over before next winter. Some of them we'll probably end up getting to in about a month or so once we finish silage, and we're waiting for the hay ground to grow a little bit more. With the new build though, we are expecting the new slurry lagoon to be, well, the hole at least to be dug in the next week. It's going to be a pretty big thing to see. Some of the block work's being done by, there's one brickie on site at the moment there, so he's doing some of the block work where possible. It's taking him a little bit of time because he's on his own, but we're making progress. That's the best way to look at that situation, I would say. And then, yeah, moving forward from there, we'll have to wait and see about the rest of it. But it's going to be a lot slower, that's for sure. But there's not a lot we can do about that at this moment in time, so we'll just see how we get on there. There we go. Perfect stuff. You can see that field behind us, though, is coming on quite well. But I'm thinking that's probably just going to go straight into hay, in all honesty. But we'll see. Let's fold you out, put you down. Awesome stuff. So, let's get ourselves up here. We're going to have to square this kind of field off a little bit. But this field here, there's this one and the one over there really always do make this tractor purr when you're ploughing it. Lugging a 5-furrow plough up a hill here is always going to be a bit of a struggle. But the mighty 77 will always rise to it, I'm sure. We'll bend around there to start with at least, and then we'll square out that dog leg. Perfect. Roll over. And then this is going to be, this is already quite nice and sunny outside, so we'll be able to bake this off quite nicely. And yeah, it's a really, I do love this time of year because there's always a lot to do, but it feels like there's even more than usual. So really keep myself going here. Yeah, that is all good. Oh, back you go. So as always, I have been trying to keep up to date with all of the latest news from and feedback and comments that you guys leave to my blogs there, and it's always great to see. So if you do have any further questions, always make sure you do leave them in the comments down below there. I will try and read them and then respond where possible, albeit through Simulation for the Nation. But yeah, always great to see what everyone's up to. There's a lot of fans of the fleet of tractors that we built up here with the older John Deeres there, and I don't blame them because well, they are a pretty darn good set. I don't think we're going to be looking for any new upgrades or anything like that anytime soon. Now, I'm much more of a fan of keeping the older fleet going. These guys, once they don't owe me much actually. Once I've had them for a year or two, they've typically paid off their any financing or repaid the value, so it's usually they're in a good place right now, and then I can keep them all serviced and up to date, and yeah, they don't owe me a thing, so still a good high-powered fleet, able to do everything that we need them to without the big kind of high purchase fees or anything like that. So that's always the way I want to go with it, and it seems to be going well. These older John Deeres here are a good stock, that's for sure. I missed a bit of trash in the middle, but we'll get that covered up. And we're going to try and just square this all off now, I think, anyway. So let's see how we get on here. Not quite there, I think. Do one more. Okay, so we're just going to square this one off, I think. Before we do, let's have a jump out. So you can see it is burying everything over nicely there, burying all the dead weeds as well, as long as the slurry, keeping this, for the most part, at least a very nice, tidy looking seed bed to work with here. So we will be looking, I think there's a few fields we're going to put into maize, so we're going to try and fill out the silage pit up with maize there at some point in the future there, so it'd be nice to get that all started at the very least, and see where it goes from there. I'm hoping that we can get that looked into across the course of the next, we are late to that actually, so I don't know how soon we'll be able to get it in, but we'll, I've got a few plans. If that doesn't work, we might go for some whole crop as well, so very much watch this space there, and we'll see how we get on. Until next time though, I think we'll leave it here. I gotta get this ploughed, I gotta get back up to see how that fitter's doing, and then we're gonna get some other bits and pieces done as well before milking this evening, so lots to do, and we will leave it here. Thank you very much. As always, I have been Frank, your humble host. I hope you have enjoyed. If you haven't, you've yet to do so, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to join Simulation for the Nation, and we will see you all in the next one. Catch you later.